tutorial. I guess this is my second makeup tutorial. I was planning to do more during my 30th year. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna give myself credit because even though I haven't done any tutorials because I'm still new at doing makeup, I have been experimenting more with makeup. So it's been really fun during my 30th year. And I'm back today because I'm doing a photo shoot for my 31st birthday, which is coming up, and I'm really excited about it. So today we're going to be doing my 31st birthday makeup look. I am doing an all white theme this year because you know it's nice and clean and it has some significance to the color white this year for me. So I'm really excited about it. And again, I'm no professional at all. I'm not an expert. I'm just learning, but it's been a really fun makeup journey so far. And yeah, we're gonna get into a look today. Oh, ow! I can't believe I'm 30 still. It's still new to me, but it's been an amazing year. I've learned a whole lot during this 30th year, this new chapter in my life. One of the things I wanted to keep up during this epic decade, my 30th, is to do a photo shoot every year. So last year I did, a pink theme. It was super fierce. Shout out to K Fresh Photography for allowing me to make that vision come true and alive and bold and fierce. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep up this tradition. So every year during my 30s, I'm gonna do a photo shoot and I'm gonna dedicate it to a color that I'm feeling that year. And so for this year, the color white was so significant to me because for whatever reason, I kept seeing white butterflies almost every week, definitely every month of my 30th year. To the point that like if I don't see white butterflies now, it makes me nervous. Like I don't know, something about them makes me feel calm and at peace, and it also like weirdly makes me feel like they're like my ancestors or something. I know that's like really weird, but it makes me feel like I'm I am it makes me feel like I am protected in a way. They're never no more than 6 feet away from me. Like I will definitely see them in my vision. And especially the days that I'm like having hard days during my 30th year because it was definitely challenging me. I unlearned a whole lot during this 30th year, which I'm grateful for, but it's a little bit of a struggle to unlearn things that you were so comfortable doing. And like every time I had those hard moments, I would just see white butterflies. And sometimes it'd be one, sometimes it might be two or three, and it just would bring so much joy to me. I felt like they uplifted me. And so, anyways, 31 is dedicated to those white butterflies that just kept my soul happy, kept me at calm and at peace, and yeah, definitely just distressed me. And we're doing an all white look, which is nice and clean. I kind of have some of it underneath, so I'm trying to cover it up. I don't want to get dirty. It makes me super nervous having all white. It's like, ooh, you got to stay fresh, child. I'm naturally a colorful spirit, so I had to bring some color in there. So I think today we're going to mix some orange tones into it. It's October, the best month. And orange is definitely a part of the season. And so I was like, you know what? I think it'll be fun to mix some orange in there, and I think I'm gonna also put some silver because I'm wearing a headpiece that's like silver and stuff. So I hope I could blend those two colors together because I don't always see those two colors together. On the color wheel, they're not really next to each other at all. But we're experimenting, we're having fun, so let's get it. So it's all about skincare, right? Before you put makeup on. So last night I did a very, relaxing, facial mask that just, hydrates the skin by Bliss. It's like a marshmallow mask. It feels really good and it just makes your skin like feel really extra soft and hydrated. And then today I just did my natural skincare routine, which I haven't changed much since last year, which is great. I did this new facial wash by Origins, which like I feel like really deep cleans. It makes my face feel really good. Like it doesn't make it feel stripped. It makes it just feel like clean, and I love that. And then I followed it up with some of my Fenty Skin products, with some of my fat water, and then today I also use the sunscreen by Fenty Skin. Normally, for this sunscreen, I only use it if I'm doing makeup because I feel like it gives me an extra layer of moisture plus SPF. But normally I use my other sunscreen, which I like it because it makes my face more matte. As you can see, my face looks a little bit more shiny with this Fenty Skin, but it's gonna be great because we're putting makeup on. You want to shine, you want to be fierce, darling, fierce. Woo! We are all moisturized, we're all set, And well, let's get into some makeup. I stayed a part of the Fenty family. I love Fenty Skin. It's again, I don't wear that much makeup anyways. I really just, started really experimenting with makeup more probably towards the end of my 20s, and then, this 30th year because I was like, it's so fun and it give a little extra glam. Before, as I said last year, my other makeup tutorial, I didn't really experiment with makeup that much because I have sensitive skin and I used to have really bad acne when I was a teenager, so I just kind of stayed away from makeup because I always like got scared that it would clog my pores. But as I went into my 20s, my skin got a lot better. I started eating even better, and yeah, I feel like my skin is healthiest that it's ever been. And so I'm experimenting a little bit with makeup, but still I don't put a lot on my face. I just more experiment with my eyes, which has been really fun. But anyways, we're gonna start off with our primer from Fenty Beauty, and yeah, I'm just gonna put the primer all over my face. I like especially products that makes my skin feel moisturized but not too oily because I naturally have oily skin. So I usually go for more matte but not too matte where it's dry, like a nice middle where your skin just feels refreshed. And using this primer, my skin feels refreshed. I've been obviously watching a lot of Vogue Beauty tutorials, which is what inspired these videos. I started doing it during the lockdown. I started watching a whole lot of episodes during the lockdown, and then for my 30th birthday, I was like, I'm gonna make my own. So we're keeping up the tradition. So anyways, I've been staying consistent watching the beauty videos. I love them so much, especially just like learning tips from other, people that, you look up to in the industry, or just people that you're like, oh my goodness, the makeup is so gorgeous and beautiful. One of the ones that stuck out to me was I watched Lori Harvey's Vogue Beauty Secret video, and I remember during that interview she said her best friend, who's a makeup artist, gave her the tip to put some translucent powder before she puts her foundation on because it's going to make it come. I don't want to get my white all dirty. It's going to make it nice and smooth. So we're going to try that. We're going to experiment. I have some setting powder by Fenty Beauty. This is in the color Hazelnut. Let's just see what happens. So we're just going to put a little bit of the light. I can't believe I'm 30 still. In my mind, I legit feel like I'm 24. But being 30 has been a really good blessing. I love being 30. I don't know, it makes me feel like mature, like in a good way, but like you're still young. It's like, I don't know, at least in my mind, I'm forever young. My last name says it all. You know what I've noticed? Every time I meet a younger person, they make me feel like I'm super old, like I'm ancient out here. Like, oh my gosh, you're 30? Like, damn, you made it seem like I told you I was 102. But it feels really good. So let's spray your face. And we're gonna let it stay on. Now that that's on, we're gonna put our foundation on. We are staying with our Fenty Beauty products because I love Fenty Beauty. They make me feel so happy and young. They make me feel like I am 30, 31, 31. I'm about to be 31. 31. Okay, so let's get started with the foundation. So I'm in the shade 360. Very easy to remember. I love that about it. I've learned from being at like fashion shows and from kind of interviewing makeup artists on set because I love to know what they're doing, and I like to ask people like, what got you into makeup and blah, 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 blah. Some of the makeup artists have shared with me that it is best to apply a little bit more because the camera like really zooms in on the skin and stuff like that. I don't know. I've seen tutorials where people kind of use a sponge to put foundation on. Last time I did that was when I was in college. I wanted to like experiment with it, and it was okay. But I feel like this is a little faster for me. So yeah. But you know what? I'll since now I'm getting more into makeup and learning, I'll give it a shot. I've learned also from watching like Nikki tutorials and like some other makeup artists to like blend it into your ears. I think I actually learned this from Hector. He's like one of Rihanna's makeup artists. I love watching all of the makeup tutorials now. They're really fun. I've seen people do contour. Still not good at that at all. Don't know how to do it. Don't know. So we're just gonna put some bronzer on to kind of contour. I know I said it last year, but this year we're gonna learn. Little angle brush. And I'm just gonna put it over here and over here. Might be hard in the mirror, but and also since today I'm doing an orangey look, I think this bronzer is going to complement it. So I'm just bringing it a little bit into my hairline. But it's all about experimenting. So far, I've been experimenting all year, and it's been fun. So hopefully, I ain't looking crazy out here, but at least I'm having fun. So I've been watching all these tutorials, and people do concealer and stuff, right? And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna, go get some concealer. And so I went to Sephora, and I went to one of the beauty experts, and I was like, sir, I need contour. Please help me. I don't know what I'm doing. And then he was like, all right, sure. What shade do you want? And I was like, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? And so he told me, he was like, you could either go lighter than the shade that you have. I went right to Fenty Beauty because I was like, let me just stick with what I'm comfortable with. So he's like, oh, you could either go lighter or you could use the same color. And so he's like, it really depends on, what you want to do. And then I was like, all right, cool. But I didn't know what I wanted to do. I have no idea. So I was like, all right, I think I'll just get the same color. And he's like, all right, cool. And so I got the same color. And then when I got home, I was like, Vera, why didn't you just buy a contour in the same color that you have of your foundation? You literally could have just put your foundation on. I should have went on a lighter shade, but I was nervous to go on a lighter shade because I was like, like I'm still new at this makeup thing, like blending, all of that is still pretty new. So at first I felt like I wasted money. I could have, returned it back and everything. But then I was like, you know what? There's been some days when I was experimenting with eye makeup this year during my 30th year, where I was like, you know what, I kind of want some cover, like if I'm wearing my, contacts on, which I have right now. I was like, oh, you know what, I think I want to put some coverage just on here. And I was like, actually, this little contour thing works because it's like a mini foundation palette for me. So I don't have to go into the full bottle. I just whip this out and I put it on over here, and then I blend it in and boom, I'm done. This has come to good use. And I'm just going to put it on my little indent over here near my... Alright, that's done. So now it's time for the eyes are my favorite part. Experimented a little bit this year with like some colored eyeliner because it's really fun. And I feel like it's like an easy thing to do if you just want to pop, some fun on your face. For me as a grown artist too, just to be like, if I go somewhere and I have to represent myself, mostly virtually still, I just pop a little bit of color eyeliner and it's really fun, and playing with eyeshadows and stuff. Blending, I'm not an expert yet at blending, but I'm getting there. I'm learning. Let's start with our eyes. I watch these tutorials and I'm like, this is really cool, but do I have to do this? Like, is it necessary? Like, do you have to bake? I need to ask a makeup artist if that's necessary. If you're a makeup artist and you're watching this video, do I have to bake? Please let me know. My skin is oily. Do I have to bake? Because my skin feels good right now. I'm using a matte foundation. Good question. It's a good question. Please let me know in the comments. Please help me. I'm just using these so that way when I put the eyeshadow and stuff, they can fall on this and not ruin my foundation. Okay, before I get started on that, I have seen people put like some eye primer on like their lids if they want the color to be more bold and bright. And so I got this white primer. I want to make sure the orange is bright. My skin is already kind of has orange tones in it, so I want to make sure that you could tell the difference. So I'm gonna start off putting a little bit of this eyeshadow base. I'm not gonna put a lot because I don't know how much to put on, but I'm assuming you don't put a lot. Let's just see. So yeah, year 30, I've really just been so grateful for it because it's literally been a whole year of unlearning so many things that no longer serve me, that like I didn't even think would like come up. I don't know why I didn't think of it will come up, but like certain behaviors maybe that I've done, or like certain behaviors people have done that I guess I let it slide, or I didn't speak up about it, or even just not being honest with myself about certain things. Like year 30, really like put it right in my face, like, yo, these things are no longer serving you. And I've literally took the whole year to unlearn so many things. You know, I've definitely been like, oh nah, I'm letting go of that. But then there's also things that I'm just kind of like, it's gonna take me a little longer to unlearn this behavior or this trait. Because I've been doing it my whole life. So like one of the things is unlearning the need to be liked. That could be a whole video of itself. Unlearning to be liked has brought a lot of peace to me in a way, because I feel like I knew where like that came from, you know, this need to like kind of be liked or accepted. I know it's linked to like my abandonment issues and all that other stuff. But I learned, especially during my 30th year, as I had to unfortunately deal with some people or some situations and experiences that like really just left me like pissed off, or left me just feeling like, you know, I didn't speak up for myself, like disappointed in myself, because it's like, yo, you can't, how could you allow somebody to do this to you, you know? I know you could only control so much, but some things it's like I could have spoke up about this, or you know what I mean, I could tell this person, this doesn't work for me, blah blah, but because I wanted them to like me, I'm like, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna make sure that they feel comfortable. And then when I turned 30, I was like, Kissa, nah, F that. That's not gonna work for me anymore. I feel like I'm putting myself first more. I feel like I'm speaking up on things that don't serve me. Still in the process, you know, still in that process of doing that, but it's definitely made me feel like my voice matters too, you know? So yeah, I'm just like, I think before I used to be a little passive and just let things go. Not really let them go, because I am emotional. I'm a water sign. Not really let them go, but kind of just, I guess, ignore it, like avoid it, and just keep going on with my life. But it will come back, you know, in different forms, just to be like, yo, you gonna deal with this or not? And so year 30 made me deal with this. So I'm really grateful that that was one of the lessons I learned this year. Unlearning to be liked. Especially if it doesn't serve you any purpose, you know. So yeah, that's one of the many lessons. I gotta finish because I'm gonna be a little late. Now that we put our eyeshadow base on, we might as well get right into our eyeshadow. So I was on Pinterest. I love Pinterest, by the way. It's like a magical place where you can see so many beautiful things and so many beautiful people and learn new skills and be inspired. Oh, I love Pinterest. But anyways, I was on Pinterest for like a good 2 months trying to find the perfect makeup look to go to, like, you know, try to do on my face. And I had to be realistic about the skills that I have, the time that I have, the resources that I have. And so I was like, all right, you know what? Like, obviously, I want to look pretty because it's a photo shoot. I have to look pretty. And I want it to be fun, and I want to still experiment and learn. And the only way you learn is just by trying new things, even if you don't know how to do it sometimes. So I'm diving in. I'm going to go with this orange palette right here. It doesn't have a name, but we're gonna call her Tangerine. We're gonna go with Tangerine because she's cute and fun, and she's super bright and orange. And I got some flowers to go with on my photo shoot today, and the flowers are kind of this tangerine color, so why not? So yeah, let's put some Tangerine on. Definitely looks orange, right? I think it looks nice. Also, like, I feel like makes my you can't see it in the camera, but like it kind of makes my eyes come out a little bit more. My eyes are like kind of a darker brown, but sometimes when you look at it, it could have lighter elements. And I feel like this orange is like really making it come out more. Hopefully you'll see it in the picture. I'm gonna add a little bit of this like light yellow. It's like a mellow yellow. I'm just gonna add a little bit of it on the top right here. Just like blend it in a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. Whoosh! And it looks like a sunrise. And it's really pretty. Mellow yellow, I love you. Mellow yellow, I adore you. Okay. Actually good. Like some of the yellow is kind of mix it into my skin to have some, like, you know, yellow tones in me as well, like orange and yellow tones and red tones. I'll make a mix. This whole palette just kind of goes with my whole skin tone. So it's kind of blending in where you might not be able to see it that much, but I mean, at this point, running out of time, we just gonna work with what we got. And then, you know, we want to definitely get some like orange tones, like that dark orange, because it's so gorgeous. It's like bronze-ish. It looks so pretty, and it's kind of shiny. So I'm gonna work with this palette. We're gonna name her, I don't know, Scissors come into my mind for some reason. She's a fellow Scorpio. Shout out. So I'm just gonna name her Scissor because it's like, it seems like a sizzling orange to me. So we're gonna add a little bit of Scissor to the end right here. So like my brow bone over here. Wow. I think I look a little pretty. You don't see it all the way, but let me just keep going so that way you can see the magic. See, that's why I like experimenting with makeup, because it's really fun. You don't know what you can do. You know, sometimes it's a tragedy, at least for me. Sometimes it's been like, whoosh, Farrah, what were you thinking? But sometimes part's gonna come up when I have to put lashes on. Lord, help me, please. God, help me. Let me do the lashes. Let's do the eyebrows. My eyebrows have been small and thin my entire life. And I really, really admire people who have thick eyebrows, because I feel like it gives you more options. Like if you want to make them thinner, boom, you take them off. If you want to leave them thick, boom, you already have them. But if you have small and thick ones, then my eyebrows always kind of look concerned. I don't know why. Anyways, I do be concerned about things in life. But anyways, I'm just gonna add a little bit of brow pencil to make it a little thicker. And I'm no expert at this either, but I like the way I do my brows. I don't have eyebrow gel. I just kind of just use, you know, mascara, and because I feel like might as well take some of these things you got, and just, you know, use them for other things. Whoosh, petit. It's gonna take a while. I mean, but we gonna be patient because we got this, and we gonna do this for a sophomore in this makeup game. Let's get it. So I have these lashes. I've only worn lashes literally once since last year, which was for the 30th birthday shoot. So I haven't worn lashes any other time. So we're gonna do this again. Take 2 for this year, chapter 31. And I think last year I went with these lashes right here. I think I'm gonna go with these lashes, the ones on the bottom. So we'll be back. I think we got them on. Boy, the struggle was real. But like, only reason I don't want to do a wing this year is because I kind of want this orange to, like, since it's all white, I want obviously my eyes to be bold, but I don't want it to be like too much. I kind of want like it to look like a soft glam, you know? I don't know. I guess that's like what I envisioned. I got this gifted from one of my also fellow model, was on Fahrenheit TV, and she's an amazing creative, Samantha. Shout out to you, queen. She gave me these when I ordered some amazing disco earrings from her, which I might wear today. And she gifted me this little treat, and it's basically like wet eyeshadow, but it's like nice and like clear and silver, and I thought it might be fun to put on this look. Silver glitter, and I'm just also gonna use a little bit of orange glitter. Silver and orange is not usually colors I see that are kind of, you know, married with each other at all. I don't really see them paired up a lot. You know what I mean? Normally people stick to, like, if it's gonna be orange, they usually tend to pair it up with gold because it's more complementary. But, you know, that's like the fun part of experimenting with makeup, because you can see like what rules you can break. You know, the last one that I have is a red one that I think I'm just gonna put here. probably should have done this before I put the lashes because I feel like I'm like, yeah, oh, trying to go over it. I think I could remove these now. Boy. Boy. Then turn that back in. This is from Fashion Fair. This is one of them classic black beauty lines. So we'll put some blush. Gotta smile. Even though we're late, we gotta smile. Our orange palette. And I'm gonna take some of scissor. And I'm just gonna add some scissor on the cheeks over here too. So it kind of blends in. And then taking the plastic little highlighter. And put it right here. Fenty Beauty. Nice bold red lip really makes you feel so pretty and feminine. I really feel like I'm on my grown woman status with a red lip. I think that's it. I think all we have to do now is just spray for finishing touches. And I think we're done. So I can't wait to show you the final look. I'm gonna go meet Jaylene at the studio and get dressed, and we're gonna have an epic 31st birthday shoot. Thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions, definitely tell me in the comments. But thank you for watching my journey. Hopefully you like this makeup look. I think it came out not too bad, you know. So I'm excited. Anyways, thank you for supporting. Talk to you later. Bye. We did it! This is the queen that I got to shoot with today.